and welcome to this week's video. So this week I'm going to show you what kind of gowns I use for my maternity sessions, what material I use, where I get them from, and some ideas to help you when you're starting out. Okay, so firstly, I have a range of colors. As you guys know, I love my color in my newborn sessions and in my maternity sessions. Now, with maternity clients, it can be a little bit different sometimes. Some clients come in, they just want plain white or black or very casual, but most of my clients, because they like my style of photography, come in and love the gowns and love to bring their own gowns as well. Now, before we get into what gowns I use and the material, I want to explain how I communicate this with clients. So on my website, through my emails and my session information guide that I give them to help them prepare for their session, I do say I have a selection of gowns, and they can check my images on my website through my social media to see the gowns. But I also say to them, please bring your own set of gowns or clothing that you want to wear, and preferably a dress or two and some casual clothes like a tight dress, casual dress, jeans, a top, and things like that. So we can, make it a bit different. But that all depends on what this sort of overall look of the images they are after. So based from that information, once they come into the session, now my sessions usually only take anywhere between 30 minutes to about 45 minutes. I keep it as that. No, it's not a mini session, but really it shouldn't take any longer. And I do have a workflow that I mentioned in a previous video about, creating beautiful images, maternity images in your sessions. But that's pretty much how long it takes. And now the gowns that I have used are some from one supplier that I purchased from, and mainly most of them that I've just randomly found and purchased, and through other online sources as well where I've purchased from. But I like to tell clients to bring in their own things, only because I can't cater for every single style, every size, etc. Especially when it comes to the sizing, because you get ladies that are size really small, size 8, to larger sizes, and that's impossible for me to cater, because obviously I'm not a clothing store or a gown where I sell gowns. So I try, most maternity dresses you find that from suppliers or wherever you buy, if it's classified as a maternity, photography gown, then they usually make them in the stretchy material where it fits. They say one size fits all, obviously depending on the size, but usually they do cater. Now, I've only had one or two issues where I've had larger women come in. Obviously they do tell me that, and I do ask them that in my questionnaire, and if that's the case, we discuss on what's going to happen, what we can use. I give them some ideas of what to bring and where they can purchase some stuff if that's what they want to do. So don't stress out that you don't have that client size. It's okay. You have a selection and that's what you have. And then I always say, with anyone, even though they're happy to use whatever I've got on the day, I still tell them to come in and to bring some of their own as well. Okay, so my two favorite gowns that are the most popular are my burgundy and my mustard gown. Now, these are from a business, I'm not sure if they've changed their name, but they're called Nest Maternity, and they're an Australian designer, and it's a really long gown that you'll see. And they all come off the shoulder. Now, you'll find my dresses, all of them come off the shoulder, and I absolutely love that for, pregnant women. The mustard one is more of a tight fit, and that can come off the shoulder, on the shoulder. So you've got a lot of options as well. And now I've been seeing over on, Facebook, a lot of ads for suppliers, international and, within Australia. If you're outside Australia, there's a heap of international supplies that you can get. So you can get some with the long tails, some with the split, etc. So these are from the supplier, Nest Maternity. Now, another option that I found is really great for me, because I really like their stretch material, is an eBay supplier that I found. Now, I was just randomly looking and something came up, and I thought I'll try one and see how it goes. I'm not a big fan of buying clothing off eBay, But I've heard some good things, you know, in regards to, you know, other things apart from maternity gowns. So I thought it's not gonna hurt, I'm gonna try one. So the first one I bought was my gray one. So this one comes off the shoulder. It's really stretchy, or you can have it on top, and it's really long and it's got a nice tail as well. So this one I tried out and I absolutely loved it. So I went and purchased a white one, which has a split down the tummy area. And then I purchased the other colors, purple, and I think it was this deep blue color as well. So these are all from this eBay supplier, and I think I went through 2 suppliers. If you see a link below, that means I found I'm going to go search and have a look if I can find the exact supplier, and I'll put a link below this video. So they're my favorite ones. So don't be afraid to try. You know, I've heard other photographers that I know have bought through AliExpress, but don't go overboard. Try one and see how it looks, how it feels, how stretchy it is, the quality of it, because the last thing you want is to tear apart when the clients are using it. So the other thing I like to use, now I'm not a big fan of floral, even though I do like my flowers, but in maternity sessions, I like to keep a 1 color dress and then use florals as accessories. But I did get this one and it's absolutely beautiful as well. So another thing to think about is when you go to, you know, go shopping and you see, you know, sometimes they have dresses on sale that are a bargain to get and that you think would look nice for your style of maternity photography, then just grab it. Like the other year I was shopping and it was like end of season. They had like these nice gowns. Not this one. This one's a dress as well from eBay actually. But they had these nice gowns, like a dressing gown. So I went and bought it, and it's just a nice gown that you can tie there. See, I don't get a lot of maternity clients that are okay to show some skin and some tummy, but those that do, there's that option as well. Now I also want to talk about material. Now I've learned that material is such a good thing to use in your images, but it can take time to get used to. So material I like to use only because it will wrap around any size woman and it will make the woman feel beautiful. So I use a lot of material. Now this is only some. Obviously I've got a lot packed away, but I only showcase the most popular ones and then we pull out whatever color we have. So the ones I use is the pink one, which is just a chiffon material, really light and flowy. And you know what? I even use some materials for some backdrops as well, like cake smash sessions and things like that. So you can use them multiple ways. Another one I love to use is the purple one. I've got some orange, some red, black, and just some lace as well if we're doing some very, you know, sexy looking shots as well. And also recently I bought like a bit of I'm not sure what this material is called, I'm really bad at names, but it's a more puffy sort of stiff color material, like a bridal sort of material you can see there. So that is nice to wrap around however it is you want. I use hair clips at the back or even the, you know, paper clips to clip everything in. So there's some material that I use as well. And I think that material is always a safe option. You can use material, and I'll show some images pop on the screen where it's wrapped around the client, material, you know, where the client is laying down and things like that. Now during a maternity session, I like to go through 2 to 3 changes. So I get my client to choose 2 to 3 gowns, whether they're from mine or theirs, whatever they've bought into the studio, and we do 2 to 3 max. I don't like to go overboard because it makes it hard and it takes longer the session and makes it hard for the client to choose their images after the session. So that's what I like to stick to. So that's pretty much all I have to say about my maternity sessions and my gowns and what material I use in particular. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below this video and I'll catch you all next week.